What if I told you that where you store your money is silently shaping your financial destiny? In Buddhist philosophy, energy flows where attention goes, and the wrong placement of money can actually attract scarcity instead of abundance. Buddhism teaches that your outer environment mirrors your inner world. In the same way our minds must be clear to attract clarity, our homes must be aligned with flow to attract prosperity. Money isn't just paper, it's energy. When you place it in areas of your home that are associated with stagnation, dirt, or disrespect, you unconsciously create blockages in your financial life. These teachings aren't superstition, they're rooted in the mindfulness of energy, space, and intention. Today, we'll explore 7 places you should never keep your money if you want to invite wealth and abundance into your life. In Buddhist teachings, the space beneath your bed is considered a repository for dormant, stagnant energy, often referred to as the place of forgotten energy. And storing money there can unintentionally align your financial energy with inertia and neglect. While it may seem like a convenient hiding spot, what lies beneath the bed often represents the aspects of our lives we avoid confronting. Clutter, dust, forgotten items, unresolved emotion. According to the energetic principles found in both Buddhist mindfulness and Eastern space alignment practices like Feng Shui, money is not merely a physical object. It is a carrier of energy and intention. When you tuck it away under the bed, it becomes energetically buried, disconnected from your daily life, and entangled with the subconscious weight of avoidance. The bed itself is a sacred place of rest, renewal, and vulnerability. It is where we retreat to dream, restore, and heal, introducing the energy of wealth into a space designed for unconscious processing, creates a symbolic and spiritual mismatch, disrupting the harmony that invites true prosperity. Just as the body must rest in a clean, elevated and peaceful space to rejuvenate, so too must your wealth rest in a space of clarity, respect, and flow to grow. Furthermore, dust and debris that collect under the bed symbolize the decay of intention. What was once active becomes stagnant. In Buddhist philosophy, intention is everything. Wealth, treated with reverence and placed in open, clean, well-lit environments, circulates freely and multiplies. But money, stored beneath the bed, is deprived of light, circulation, and conscious attention, which are all essential elements for energetic expansion. It is as though you are placing your financial blessings in a forgotten tomb, asking them to grow in darkness. Over time, this seemingly harmless habit can manifest in real-world consequences, financial delays, blocked opportunities, or a subtle but persistent sense that your money isn't working for you. Just as the mind must be cleared of attachments and shadows to access enlightenment, your space must be cleared of hidden stagnation to access abundance. The simple act of removing money from under your bed and placing it somewhere intentional, like a sacred box or a designated prosperity altar, can shift your entire financial frequency. It tells the universe, I am awake. I honor what I have. I am ready for more. I am ready for more. Because in the language of energy, where you place your money is a reflection of how you value it and yourself. In Buddhist-inspired energy teachings and space awareness, the top of the refrigerator is one of the most overlooked yet energetically disruptive places to store money, and doing so can silently sabotage your financial flow because of one powerful principle. Heat destroys harmony. The refrigerator, although associated with nourishment and preservation, produces heat from its motor. Especially at the top, where warmth and vibration accumulate invisibly, and this heat energetically disturbs the stability and grounding that money requires to grow and circulate wisely. In Buddhist mindfulness, everything in our environment either contributes to or detracts from our inner balance, and wealth is no different. It thrives in spaces that promote calm, order, and intention. Heat, by nature, represents hyperactivity, dispersion, and restlessness, and when money is stored in a hot, cluttered, or forgotten space like the top of a refrigerator, it becomes spiritually agitated, fragmented, and misaligned with the steady energy of abundance. It's like placing a seed in dry, scorched earth. It cannot root, cannot thrive, and cannot bear fruit. Moreover, the top of the refrigerator is often used as a dumping ground for odds and ends, old mail, unused containers, empty boxes, or neglected decor, all of which create energetic chaos and send a message of indifference or disorder. In Buddhist practice, intention and awareness are everything. How you do one thing is how you do all things. So, when money is placed in a neglected, overheated, cluttered zone, it is symbolically treated with disrespect and carelessness. This sends a signal to your subconscious and to the universe that your financial blessings are an afterthought, not a sacred trust. And because energy mirrors belief, that unconscious message can begin to play out in your real life as sudden expenses, unstable income, or difficulty holding on to wealth, even when it arrives. Additionally, heat rises, and from a symbolic perspective, this upward motion lifts money away from its groundedness, pulling it out of alignment with earth energy, the energy of stability, security, and sustained growth. This creates a subtle push-pull dynamic where money enters your life but never feels like it stays. It arrives with potential but dissipates quickly, like steam escaping from a boiling pot. Just as Buddhist monks handle even a single coin with full presence and gratitude, we are reminded that money must be housed in a place of balance and stillness to retain its power. The simple act of removing cash, wallets, or even spare change from the top of the refrigerator and relocating it to a cool, intentional space, a drawer dedicated to wealth, a money altar, or a sealed wooden box, can dramatically shift your financial energy. You are not just rearranging objects, you are recalibrating your relationship with wealth. In the language of sacred energy, heat without awareness burns through fortune. But when you treat your financial resources with calm, cool reverence, you create an environment where money is not only safe, it is honored, amplified, and invited to stay. In Buddhist teachings and energy-based space awareness, the bathroom is considered a space of elimination, purification, and release. Its entire function is centered around letting go, flushing out, and cleansing what the body no longer needs. And for this reason, it holds a deeply symbolic connection to the energy of waste. When you store money in bathroom cabinets, drawers, or anywhere near the toilet or sink, you are unconsciously aligning your financial energy with the principle of disposal, sending a message to both your subconscious and the energetic universe that money is something to be used up, discarded, or treated as temporary. In Eastern traditions that honor energetic flow, such as Feng Shui, which shares roots with Buddhist spatial mindfulness, water is a double-edged symbol. It can bring cleansing and clarity, or it can carry things away. Bathrooms are places where energy often drains, both literally and symbolically. And when wealth is stored in these areas, it gets energetically flushed from your life. you may find that money slips through your fingers, that no matter how much you earn, it disappears without lasting impact, or that your savings never seem to grow. That's because bathrooms represent outflow energy. Money placed there is silently influenced by the same forces that carry away waste. Even if your bathroom is clean and well organized, the energetic imprint of the space remains centered on elimination. From a spiritual standpoint, money needs to be treated with sacred care, placed in spaces that represent stability, continuity, and reverence, not alongside toothpaste, cleaning products, or near drains and sewer lines. Every placement decision communicates something deeper. Money kept in a bathroom cabinet may signal that you don't fully respect or prioritize your financial blessings, that you see them as utilitarian rather than sacred, or that you expect money to be temporary, fleeting, or easily washed away. Buddhist mindfulness teaches that what we honor honors us back, and when you keep money in a place of waste, you diminish its energetic integrity and invite poverty or financial instability. It's not about superstition. It's about symbolism and the laws of resonance. Your outer world reflects your inner beliefs, and when you tuck away your wealth in a space meant for discarding, you reinforce internal narratives of unworthiness, lack, or scarcity. To correct this, move any cash, coins, or wallets out of the bathroom entirely. Choose a location that feels clean, grounded, and energetically abundant. Somewhere that symbolizes growth, safety, and intentional stewardship. A designated wealth corner, a sacred drawer, or even a small prosperity altar will do. The key is to create an energetic boundary between what you wish to release and what you hope to retain. Money is not waste. It is opportunity, responsibility, and spiritual energy in motion. Treat it accordingly, and it will respond in kind. Because in the end, when you stop storing wealth in places of elimination, you stop unconsciously flushing your fortune down the drain. In Buddhist philosophy and energy-conscious living, clutter is not just physical. It is emotional, mental, and spiritual congestion that blocks the natural flow of life. And when money is stored in closets full of clutter, it becomes entangled in what is known as energetic hoarding, a state where wealth is trapped in stagnant, unprocessed energy that prevents it from moving, growing, or serving its purpose. Closets are often the most neglected spaces in a home, places where we stash what we don't want to deal with. Outdated clothes, broken items, unused gifts, sentimental baggage, and unresolved memories. These forgotten objects carry emotional residue, and when money is placed among them, inside old handbags, between piles of unused clothes, or buried under boxes, you're energetically burying your wealth in a tomb of indecision and avoidance. In Buddhist teachings, attachment is the root of suffering, and clutter is a physical manifestation of attachment to the past, to fear of letting go, or to a scarcity mindset that says, I might need this someday. When you keep money in such spaces, you are energetically communicating that your wealth is tied to fear, stagnation, or outdated self-worth. Just as breath must flow to sustain life, so must money flow to sustain prosperity, and a cluttered closet blocks that flow with layers of energetic noise. This misalignment causes subtle yet powerful financial disruptions. You may feel stuck no matter how hard you work, find it difficult to manage your money clearly, or experience the frustrating cycle of earning without accumulating. Money stored in cluttered environments becomes dormant. It absorbs the heaviness of indecision and mirrors the chaos that surrounds it. In Buddhist-inspired mindfulness, environment shapes consciousness, and a disordered space reflects and reinforces a disordered inner world. Furthermore, clutter creates visual and energetic overwhelm that makes it difficult to connect with clarity and intention, two essential components of wise financial stewardship. When wealth is surrounded by forgotten objects, it too becomes forgotten, treated more like an afterthought than a blessing. The act of decluttering is therefore not just a physical chore, it is a spiritual ritual, a cleansing of the channels through which abundance can flow freely. If you want to shift your financial energy, begin by clearing your closets, not just to make room, but to release the old stories, stuck emotions, and limiting beliefs that are stored along with the clutter. Remove any money from these spaces and place it somewhere intentional, elevated, and calm, where it can breathe and be seen with gratitude and purpose. Your money deserves to live in a space that reflects your readiness, your clarity, and your respect for its power, not buried beneath what you've outgrown. Because in the sacred language of space, how you store your money is how you treat your wealth. And when you clear the clutter, you clear the way for abundance to enter and stay. In Buddhist inspired teachings on energy and mindfulness, every object and placement in your home carries symbolic weight, and placing money near the trash can, whether it's loose change on the kitchen counter beside the bin, a wallet on the floor nearby, or envelopes of cash stacked near garbage bags, creates a powerful energetic contradiction that aligns your financial blessings with rejection, waste, and disregard. The trash can, by its very nature, is a symbol of what is no longer wanted, what is broken, spoiled, or useless. In Buddhist thought, where attention and intention go, energy follows. And when you store or leave money near a vessel designed to carry things out of your life, you send a subconscious message that wealth too is expendable, dirty, or unwanted. Energy is deeply responsive to symbolism, and proximity matters. Keeping money near a trash receptacle, even if you're not doing it intentionally, suggests a kind of spiritual carelessness that disrupts the flow of abundance. It mirrors the belief that wealth is fleeting or not worthy of reverence. Over time, this misplacement can manifest in real-world financial patterns, recurring losses, unexpected expenses, or an inability to hold on to money despite your best efforts. In mindfulness practice, we are taught to be conscious of what we surround ourselves with, because everything in our environment shapes our inner state. If the trash can is a portal for rejection and disposal, then placing money near it symbolically invites your finances to follow the same route, out the door, down the drain, or into the void. This isn't superstition, it's the energetic law of correspondence. Just as we wouldn't place sacred items like a mala, a Buddha statue, or a family heirloom next to a pile of garbage, neither should we place the energy of wealth near a space charged with the vibration of worthlessness. Money, in Buddhist view, is neutral but responsive. It takes on the energy of how it is treated. If it is respected, it multiplies. If it is dismissed, it disappears. To shift this dynamic, begin by creating a clear physical and energetic boundary between your money and any trash area. Remove wallets, cash, or even receipts from surfaces near the bin and relocate them to a clean, intentional space, a drawer designated for prosperity, a small wooden box, or a sacred corner that reflects gratitude and order. Every time you do this, you are sending a signal to your subconscious and the universe that wealth has a rightful, honorable place in your life. You are rewriting the script from rejection to reverence, from disposal to stewardship. And when you align the energy of your home with that of care, clarity, and worthiness, you invite money not just to enter, but to stay, grow, and serve. Because in the energetic language of Buddhist wisdom, even the smallest act of placement can either attract prosperity or silently push it away. In Buddhist philosophy and energy consciousness living, every item in your home holds a vibration shaped by its use, intention, and emotional charge. And when money is stored in unused wallets or purses, it becomes enveloped in what is known as dormant energy, a state of stillness and disconnection that severs its link to active flow, purpose, and growth. Wallets and purses are more than accessories. They are symbolic homes for wealth, containers of financial energy that either support prosperity or quietly suppress it, depending on how they are treated. An unused wallet, one tucked away in a drawer, forgotten in a closet, or kept for sentimental reasons but no longer serving a daily purpose, becomes energetically stagnant. Its stillness mirrors inactivity. Its disuse signals irrelevance. When you place money inside such objects, you are essentially locking it away in a time capsule, a space where energy is not moving, not breathing, and not participating in the present moment. In Buddhist mindfulness, the present moment is the only place where life and abundance truly exist. So anything disconnected from the now becomes energetically inert. Money, like breath or intention, needs circulation to remain alive and impactful. By storing it in wallets that no longer travel, you symbolically remove it from the journey of your life. This dormancy can result in real-world patterns, finances that feel stuck, investments that go nowhere, or resources that exist but remain untapped and ineffective. Worse yet, you may unconsciously adopt beliefs about your wealth that echo the energy of these forgotten items. Believing that your money has no purpose, that it's locked away, or that you're not meant to engage with it fully. Buddhist practice invites us to be intentional with every gesture and to honor all that sustains us, including our financial tools. The way you store your money is not a trivial matter. It reflects the way you think about your wealth, your worth, and your readiness to receive. To shift this pattern, begin by gathering all unused wallets and purses in your home, checking for any cash, coins, or receipts stored inside, and either blessing and releasing them or intentionally bringing them back into use if they still serve you. Don't allow money to remain idle in a forgotten container. Move it into a living space, an active wallet, or a sacred place where it can breathe and align with your current intentions. This seemingly simple act becomes a powerful spiritual reset, sending a clear message to the universe. My wealth is alive, useful, and present in my life. It transforms dormant energy into dynamic flow and awakens financial movement where there was once stillness. In Buddhist energy work, what is honored grows and what is forgotten withers. When you remove your money from forgotten wallets and place it where it belongs, at the heart of your conscious life, you reclaim its power and open the door for prosperity to return, circulate, and thrive with renewed vitality. In Buddhist teachings, the floor is considered the most grounding yet energetically humble space in any environment. The place that carries the weight of everything above it, collects dust, and absorbs the vibrations of foot traffic, gravity, and neglect. And when money is stored or left on the floor, it becomes symbolically tied to the lowest point of respect, both literally and spiritually. In mindfulness-based traditions, respect and intention are central to the way we treat all objects, especially those linked to our well-being, like food, tools, or wealth. To place money on the floor, whether it's loose change dropped and forgotten, an envelope tucked beneath furniture, or a wallet casually left there, is to associate it with a place of heaviness, disregard, and subordination. Energy always follows meaning, and the floor represents the baseline, what we walk over, step on, and often forget. In the Buddhist view, such placement suggests to the subconscious mind that money is not precious, not sacred, not deserving of elevation or care. And because energy reflects intention, money treated this way will mirror that disrespect through financial instability, losses, or lack of momentum. Moreover, in many Eastern cultures influenced by Buddhist ethics, placing sacred or valuable items on the floor is seen as a direct sign of dishonor. It disrupts the flow of reverence and signals that the object has little or no worth. When money is exposed to this low-energy environment, surrounded by dirt, shoes, and unconscious activity, it absorbs vibrations of carelessness, chaos, and devaluation. Over time, this can manifest as an inability to attract or retain wealth, regardless of effort or skill, because the spiritual message is clear. This doesn't matter. Buddhist mindfulness encourages us to raise the vibration of everything we interact with, not just through thought, but through action and space. Keeping money elevated, protected, and intentionally stored tells the universe and your own deeper self that you are ready to receive, manage, and multiply your resources. To change the energetic outcome, you must first change the gesture. Never allow money to touch the floor. Retrieve any bills or coins you find there, clean them if needed, and place them with full awareness in a space of dignity, a drawer, a pouch, an altar, or a dedicated wealth container that rests off the ground. This simple shift in placement is an act of spiritual correction, a way of lifting your money and your relationship with it into the light of conscious respect. It reminds you that money is not just a tool, but a reflection of your stewardship, your energy, and your inner values. Just as we would never lay a sacred scripture or a meaningful relic on the floor, we must stop placing our money where it is symbolically trampled. Because in the energetic language of Buddhism, what you elevate in your space, you elevate in your life. And when you raise your wealth off the floor, you raise your abundance to meet you where you truly stand. In awareness, in gratitude, and in readiness to receive